Alright, we got ourselves game versus dragons. Got Wilfred, Fion, Alex, Carrie-Anne, and Ernest on the ice. Dragons with the face-off win. And we got a red tape coming in down the ice. Pace is very slow. And we got a first shot on net. Ah, why did we do that? Let's just kind of recap. We got a shot on net. We could have easily just gathered it up, take it behind the net, go for a nice little reset on the breakout. Except what do we have in here? We got our left wing coming down and the net. Slaps the puck up the boards where we would expect the left wing to be. Except who was the one that slapped the puck up the ice? It was our left wing. So left wing slapping to the left wing, who is not there. And so turnover. Got on net. Gobbles up any rebounds. And we're off for another face-off. So let's skip ahead. 1 shot for the Dragons, 0 for the Greenhorns. Face-off win. Rise to a fort. Oh gosh. Got lucky there. Still able to get the puck. Pass out front. And Fion was able to get a backhand shot. Now, a couple of things I did talk about to Alex on the bench here is he does a trailing pass there, but in my opinion, so one option is Alex continues to skate down the boards like this and do the drop pass. And what I think he should have done, rather than what he did, see how he stops up there and then drops it. But what I think he should have done is continue skating down, and then he drops it back, but as he drops it, he continues. And so what that creates is an option where if he's continuing down here, a pass can continue, like go down to him. So it's as if he was carrying down the puck, but what that achieves with the drop is possibly causing this player to double back around, creating space for Alex. And then from there, he can make plays where they drive the net, pass across, and stuff like that. Or alternatively, he drops the pass and he's continuing, and if this player continues with them, now what that achieves is a lot of space is now bought for the player that's trailing, and then pass across, move to the middle, stuff like that. So Alex kind of stays right there, which is, you know, that's maybe perhaps another option where the player that's trailing comes down and then they drop it back, which achieves like kind of the first thing. But it's kind of we're adding unnecessary steps rather than Alex just doing it, going down there himself. Now, point number 2 is we were able to get a pass to Fee, and she opts to do a forehand shot. And I was saying, if possible, I think my opinion would be if she is able to gather it to her forehand and then shoot, or another option is, because she's in a awkward body position right here, if she skates up then turns back around and then shoots, that's probably another easy way to get it on the forehand. Probably a bit slower. However, I think it's going to be a nice, like, more powerful shot than on the backhand. But she did get good height on it, so it wasn't the worst thing. But, you know, yeah, I think going on the forehand generally is going to be the more dangerous chance, because generally speaking, our forehand shots are better than the backhand. But yeah, some thoughts there. 1-1 in terms of chances for the dragons and the greenhorns so far. So some chances coming up right here. Kind of a couple passes. So what I don't like how Ray's movement right here is boom right into heavy traffic on that lane, and you know obviously Jess is doing a humongous sauce pass, and I think if a little bit of a slowdown, I don't know, I think okay, here's some thoughts right now. Is notice how Kathy's going from right to left. That should have been a cue for Ray to start getting over onto the left side. So he's kind of in the wrong side operating right now. And then if it bumps back, that's where he comes, turns back around and shift back onto the right hand side. Now, I think he just jumped the gun a little bit too early there, but I think that's fine. Now he's starting to... We've left the zone for no reason. Why are we outside of the blue line? So Kathy comes back down. Don't like that pass as much. Jess has it. Pass Kathy. Boom. Chance right there. 2 chances for the Greenhorns against 1 for the Dragons so far. Big stop by Dave. Keeping it in the zone. Unfortunately, they get it out. I think in general, Ray might be playing a bit too passive as a center. In general, yes, it could be nice to stay high, but perhaps this is a bit too passive. Maybe he's concerned about David peeing on the ice. I don't know. Just seems a bit passive. Maybe we'll kind of see how the game unfolds. So the Dragons have a big chance coming up right here. Good effort by Dave right there on staying with that player. And defensive coverage already, we can kind of pinpoint some big problems. We got 2 players near the net with 1 defender, Thomas, caught in between them. Ray covering absolutely no one. I wonder who he's covering. I'm not completely sure, but big pass to the slot, big one-timer. Cliff makes the save. What's going on, Ray? Making some... Okay, I guess it's not the worst change because we got possession here. But the defensive coverage was not great. So now we got 2-2 chances, Greenhorns and Dragons. Alright, so another rush down. Some thoughts. Let's just watch it first. Pretty sure this is Dave's goal. Bing. I don't think this was is this 5-hole? Oh, far side, low. Just outside his pad. So, some thoughts. Some good, some bad. We got Dave, he stops up. And I'm not a huge fan of the positioning from Justin and mostly Justin. So what I like to see first is how he is going to the net. So that's a good thing. And then she sees, oh, it's not really a chance. All she sees is Dave's back, and so what's good is she gets behind the net to help out, and immediately Dave sees her and passes coming across. What I don't like about Justin's positioning is right here. He starts to slow down, he opens up for the big one-timer positioning. And none of the times here, like starting from here, he should have already immediately start to progress to maybe, I would say roughly around here. So a pass could even get to him. From here until this entire time, no pass could ever get to Justin. So he's got to work a little bit harder to get to some open ice. And then from here, he should have immediately gone to here in a much quicker route. So if you can see how he's just meandering over there. Now eventually he gets to the spot where he should have been. But you can kind of see how long it took for him to even get there. Right here, I would have said immediately, get over here. But he's just, you know, meandering, and then finally gets there. Ultimately, Justin does get to the spot where I think he would have had the most impact, so I won't harp on him too much on that. Just the speed at which he got there is I'm not the greatest fan of, but it's fine. And then get past to Dave, and we can kind of see the, again, key things: formation of triangles. So results in boom, a goal. So we love Mr. Dave in the magic spot. And we get a goal here. So just to recap, things I didn't like was Justin not being really in a good position to help out Dave, or just like to even receive a pass, and then just being a little bit slow in getting to the positions that he ultimately does get to. Some good things where so if he gets to a spot, forming a good triangle in general, but then sees that Dave's in trouble, his back's turned, so we need to help him out, and gets behind the net to help him out, and then this results in a goal. Fourth chance coming in for the Greenhorns right here. Fee's coming out wide of the wing, takes a shot. Now the chances are 4-2 with one goal for the Greenhorns. This one's pretty good. Face-off win. Alex gathers it up, passes it to Carrie-Ann. Banana peel. So here's a breakout. Carrie-Ann gathers the puck. What I like to see is she doesn't just huck it up the boards. Easy short pass, right to the middle, and we're now off on the breakout. So easy peasy. I think one thing maybe we could suggest just to start trending outwards a little bit, but that's just me perhaps nitpicking. Now we see a defender in the middle. Rather than going straight to it, we want to really make use of the ice, going left, going right, and then spread out the space. Now, going into this attack, what I probably would have wanted to see more is probably Jess slowing down a bit more. And why is that? You can see from here, quite a flat triangle, and I think if Jess was able to slow down maybe to here, we can form a little bit more of a better triangle, and then she could gather it and have a much more successful chance to shoot it from here. But yeah, that's a little bit of nitpicking right there. But to show Alex's nightmares, wide open net, completely misses. What's going on, Alex? Goalie's not even in the net. It's wide open. All you need to do is gather it a little bit and then shoot. Let's watch this one more time. Five chances for the Greenhorns, one that didn't hit the net. And so let's continue to see if anything else happens. Got good forechecking pressure. Good on Alex to help assist on putting pressure on Mr. Hannah. Big windup from Ernest. If you're, I guess one comment is if Ernest can figure out how to get the shot off a lot quicker. Right now, he's in the category with people like Hans, I would say. He has this huge windup, which makes it very, very predictable and easier to read. But yeah, if you're able to launch those a little bit quicker, probably a bit deadlier. Shit, that was bad. Couldn't quite receive it. Good positioning by Jess. Couldn't quite receive the pass, but that's fine. Ernest keeps it down low. Excellent. Alex with the forechecking pressure. I like it. And forcing them to ice it. That's perfect. Just what we want to have. And now we can have another offensive face-off. I did want to expand on this play here on two items. So right here, we can kind of see how the pass from Alex was very, very delayed. And let's start with myself. If I've noticed that Alex is not passing and it's taking a long time, I should have already rotated all the way down to the corner. And then we'll just form a low triangle that way. And then Ernest can stay right here. And it'll be perfectly fine. And we've also talked about this last week where Ernest was very, very active, but on the wrong side of the ice. Where, for example, if the puck is on the left side, we don't want the D on this side to be too active. We really want to lock down that fort along the boards. And then the one that's on the weak side, which is usually the one in the middle, has a lot of freedom to do to be more offensively inclined. Now, with Ernest seeing that there is already a player here, what I would encourage for him to explore, and again, this is going to be up to him to see if it's a feasible option to begin with, and that is to actually sneak on the back door as being the D. So if we have someone here, so Jess is right here, and someone's here, and someone's here, then you can maybe expect that a lot of players are going to start to trend up to this area. And if Alex is paying attention to that, if he just shifts down a little bit and then zips one across as Ernest is coming down, it could be a very deadly opportunity like that. So being the weak side D, you can activate yourself offensively like that quite easily. You're just going to have to read what the defenders on the other team are seeing. So you can see number 5's not looking at you, whatever that number is not looking at you. Everyone's looking at Alex, and this is possibly a good opportunity to sneak down backdoor. So some thoughts, give it a try. Obviously, if it doesn't work out, we might roast you on the next review, but I encourage you to experiment a little bit in some games, and then soon enough, as you make mistakes, you'll figure it out. So what works and what doesn't. All right, face-off win. Ray passes it off to Dave. Dave passes back. That's a pretty slick play. Looks like it got blocked. And then Dave tries to shoot again, another block shot. Oh my goodness, backhand pass almost in the slot. So I was going to do another backhand. That's a little, maybe we're getting a little too excited with our backhands now. All right, let's see what happens here. Finally broken up play. Oh, where is our wingers to defend? Okay. Another note. We can see Dave, Mr. David, no, getting a little too aggressive. Definitely shouldn't be all the way up there. So getting too excited to get to the point. Again, throwing it up the boards, but part 2 to that equation, Fion's way too high up, almost at the blue line. Which I would say, again, remember this red line's probably that limit of where we want to be. And yeah, I don't know. I can see why you're thinking, oh, the D's not near me, but we've kind of said that before. If you're so close to the blue line, and normally a defenseman is also going to be at the blue line, so when you see a puck like this and they're behind you and you don't see them, it's like super easy opportunity for them to just jump in front of you and take the puck. So perfect example. Easy steal. Oh my gosh, we're getting loosey. Oh my god, what? Pucks here, wingers all the way over here. We are defensively loosey-goosey right now. But Dave breaks down the play and got a bit of a lucky bounce there. Some key notes, I think, is one, probably Dave, you're being too aggressive. We kind of remember, like, the key things for being defense is trying to stay between the puck and the net. Pucks here, you're definitely not between the puck and the net. Other key things, obviously the wingers are way too high up. Number 3, we're trying to avoid throwing pucks off the boards. Try to get it on the tape of players as often as you can. And then number 4, yeah, the moment you see a lost puck, like right here we can see, okay, maybe Kathy gets the puck and then Fee's jumping up the ice. That's perfectly fine. All of this is fine. Like, so if Kathy comes out here on the forehand, Fion's coming up like this and a pass up, perfectly fine. But the moment you saw that poke check right there, and you can see Fion's head, it can clearly see that. Boom, can see that. Her mistake was, instead of going around and resetting to come help out everyone in the zone, she decides to skate out to center ice, and then she's way outside of the zone now, right? Way past the center ice, 2 defenders. So it's now you're providing a little bit of a power play for the other team. So that would be the mistake there. So some thoughts. So coming back for the reset, I think they just cleared it out of the zone. Dave passes it across to Justin. Oh no, not again, Dave. It's just so good. Good puck protection, getting it to the front of the net. Let me look at the positioning here. I don't know. Okay. So, couple thoughts. So we see Dave is protecting the puck right here and getting behind the net. Right here, Jess, I would have, in my opinion, slow down, and then kind of position yourself roughly around, I would say maybe even this edge of the circle on the bottom side. So think of almost like the reverse, the low side of the magic spot. Usually I say we like to stay up at this kind of edge of the circle, but now this time around, if you occupy, that's just default, you can just call like this area, and then same with Justin on this area. So you'll end up forming, if Dave is behind the net, we got a little bit of person on one side of the net, on the other side of the net you get a nice triangle, so he can pass to Jess, or he can go back around past to Justin. And then let's say if someone's blocking you, Jess, you just send that across to Justin. So couple moves we can operate right there. Now the problem, I think, is Dave's coming across. You do end up in a really kind of awkward spot, almost in the corner at that kind of edge of the circle, where if he passes it to you, it'd probably be a tough place to shoot from, versus if you were here, nice little angle. And it did look like maybe Dave was trying to do a wrap pass to Justin, ended up getting blocked by the goalie. But some thoughts there on positioning in terms of probably getting better shooting chances for a situation like that. And a dump in the zone. So we were able to recover the puck here. A little pass up to Thomas. So Justin and Thomas did a little switcheroo. Tom's coming in with speed. I feel like Thomas would be a pretty good winger. Hidden potential, perhaps. Anyways, a little give and go with myself and Justin, sends it across. D's going for a change. Our support, this is better support, so Jess has her kind of back to the slot, so we don't want this kind of like a cue that, hey, Jess is in trouble, let's support her in both directions. We can pass either direction, and so we're able to keep possession. And Justin's now moving from left side to right side, and so that's usually going to be a cue for this player to start shifting across, and same with Jess, going to start shifting across. So we would probably start with, like, Jess would probably start here, and I'd get to somewhere here, like, again, one person on either side of the net, right, if Justin's here, and then eventually if he starts getting all the way to the right side, then we shift, form triangles on this side. Now we gotta roast Justin a little bit. Perfect lane, forehand to forehand would have been perfect. Gives it tape to tape to the opponent. Instead, in between Jess and myself, mistakes were made. Coming back on the back check, Officer Jess is on the case. Absolutely puts the ton of pressure on, forces this turnover. Spectacular. There's a funny play coming up, not this one, later on. Actually, this one may be a good discussion. We're seeing a defender coming in, sometimes moving left to right to buy time for players to come in. So whether Fion's going to start coming in as well with just changing, or the D. Sometimes it's worth it to move left and right or go down the net, and rather than just driving it to the net, especially if you see a defender that's gonna come meet you, could possibly create opportunities. In this case it does, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes you gotta wait for reinforcements to come. So in this case we got reinforcements, but you know, just some ideas. Now the funny play is coming up here. I saw red tape. I just sent a soft pass up to Carrie Ann. I thought for sure it would get past them. and it gets intercepted. Now the best part is, let's do a little rewind. Let's do a rewind. Everyone look at Fee. Let's do a rewind one more time, one more time. Pure exasperation. The hand up in the air. Oh, come on. What was that? This is garbage. Now I think this sequence coming up is Alex's goal. So let's watch it in its entirety. Nice. Tape to tape. Tape to tape. Excellent. Fion's carrying it in. Carrying it all the way around town. All the way around town. All the way. Wait, was that poked off or was that sent to Ernest? Pass. Okay, nice. Pass down low. Pass down low again. Let's just watch it. Let's just watch it and we'll put some notes afterwards. Bangs home the backdoor shot. So, some thoughts right here is Sophie dishes it off. I don't know if I like her path to go from here just to go backdoor. My thinking is when you dish it off like this, you usually want to plan to get the puck back in some manner, and whether that means you cruise out to here while skating backwards, so maybe a play comes here, or path your way so that maybe a give and go starts happening, is generally going to be a more dangerous plan of attack, I guess you can say. So that's kind of my thoughts there. Now let's think about, I wanted to take a note about Alex. So he sees, hey, well, I was kind of backdoor, Fee's joining me down here, well, maybe I shouldn't stay here anymore. We got backs turned, maybe I'll start coming back to help him in the corner. But I think he identified, hey, something's developing. Their back's not turned to me, and Ernest is starting to come down the ice, and he sneaks to the back door now. In this case, it makes sense, right? It doesn't, there's no need to support. Puck is starting to come in from the perimeter to the center of the ice, right? And so let's start getting into dangerous scoring chances, and we get rewarded with that. So some thoughts there, some good, some bad. Well, bad in terms of I think it could be improved upon, but nonetheless we get our second goal of the game by Alex, assisted by Ernest on the primary. I think yeah, I feel like Thomas's biggest weakness right now is defaulting always to passing pucks off the boards, and I think part of that equation is he likes to play, he's a left-handed shooter on the right-hand side, and it's very natural to want to bonk pucks off boards, because that's how, like, the forehand way, because you need to twist your body to get the range required to pass through in this degree. Now, that being said, it's super clear because right here he can, like, gathering the puck, getting all these crossovers like this, gathering speed. He's definitely got the skill sets to be a good puck moving defenseman, and I think part of the problem is maybe playing on that offside. I don't know. Yeah, some thoughts there for you, Thomas. So looks like we got a pretty dangerous chance for the Dragons right here. Oh no. Big shot, big save by Cliff. We can definitely outline, wait, what's the problem? So red tape coming down, Officer Jess is on the case, barreling down. And again, common problem always is our intermediates are like, let them through, fine. But we always forget about, look at all these players on that left-hand side. Has anyone looking at them? Ray's definitely not. Is Thomas looking at them? I'm not sure. And then so 87 right in the slot. Bing! That could have been a goal right there. We're caught snoozing a little bit. Alright, so another big chance for the Dragons off this face-off. We identify what's gone wrong. So Ray tries to push it out. And Fionn also tries to be he's definitely jumped the gun. And then their D has come down to pinch. And, you know, we really, honestly, I think it's bad for the center to jump the gun like this. We can have the freedom for the wingers, but immediately you can see, this is not looking good. Now, okay. The way Ernest and Carrie Ann moved, I don't mind that so much. I would say, yeah, yeah. Just too excited to leave the zone there, and you know, we're like, oh my god, Cliff made in like all these saves, and then Carrie Ann is able to get it, but yeah. That's a bad one for sure, defensively. Okay, so yeah, Carrie Ann, our defensive stalwart, breaks up another play, but yeah, I wanted to kind of point out how discombobulated our breakouts are right here for our forwards. It's pretty I don't know, we know Fee likes to take the face off. That's fine. Are they swapping back and forth? Like, is she playing center right now? Who's the winger? It doesn't make any sense right here. This breakout's, you know, I'll be harsh with these guys because they want it, but this is pretty bad. There's no winger. Our center is not really open for a, yeah, maybe Fee. If Fee's a center, then that's perfect. If it's not, then where's our winger? If Ray's the winger, you know, he's in a terrible spot. If he's just, let's just put it, Ray, if you're a winger or a center, you're just in a terrible spot, period. Like, you didn't go low for the breakout, you didn't go wide for the breakout, not even a pass option for Carrie Ann. Kathy's in a, is that Kathy? Kathy's in a decent spot, I'll give her that. Yeah, I mean, exiting the zone is just out of Ray being a superior skater. Positioning wise was no bueno. I'll just put it that way. No bueno. pretty bad. Yeah, I think we gotta sort that out. Okay. So looking back, rewinding a bit. Fionn is being an absolute nuisance to 87, being the defending here. Really, that probably should have been Ernest's job, and then from here, Fee's gotta really get up to that board side to be on the breakout, especially like starting right here. Carrie Ann's got the puck. There's no need for you to defend that player anymore. You need to peel off and get up to that boards. So yeah, I would say Fee's got to be ready on that breakout rather than tying up this player where you didn't need to be. Alright, so Second period, Fee gets the face-off win, and then yeah, Dave jumps on it, gets right in the zone, and boom, takes it out wide, which is perfect. Maybe their D is way more passive than he should have been, but big sauce to Justin, backhand shot, big rebound. Phelan's able to get the rebound home. Dave with the big pass to Justin, and then Justin gets that rebound assist to Fee. So pretty good goal. So 3-0 now. So right after this, Dave wins the face-off, takes it out wide, perfect. Justin is getting in the front of the net. So the positioning here is way better. Got good triangle, Fee staying up high. But nightmare material, cross-ice pass. Is he Justin channeling his inner Alex? I don't know. Open, wide open net. Bing. Rolls on the ice. And out of the net. I don't know what happened. What happened? Alex casting some voodoo spells on Justin? Wide open. Okay, I'm gonna have to admit this was probably the most frustrating thing I've ever seen. So check out Thomas. He's slick. He gets this, does this amazing pivot. Oh my god, I don't think many of us can do that. I don't think I can do that. Takes it behind the net, stops up, perfect, in the safety zone. This is like fucking fantastic. The most magical thing ever. Puck moving D. Oh, fuck me. Simple pass to Dave. You can skate it up yourself. Anything. Tape to tape passes. Everything was so magical before that. It was so good. Like all this skating. Boom, pivot back. Skates it all the way behind the net. So good. Everything is so slick, so smooth. It would have been beautiful. We're ready, primed and ready for this breakout. And then off the boards, and it's a turnover, just like that. So, it was gonna be perfect. I think that's just like I said. If we were able to get tape to tape, everything about this would have been beautiful. All right, I gotta say, is this the biggest cherry picker or what? Just watch. She's not even on the screen anymore. Where is she? Oh my goodness. And then bumps a pass. But like yeah, definitely going out to pick our own berries over here. So this play right here, Alex carries it down the outside, and we kind of talked about that in the first period, where if he was able to continue down and then do a drop pass and then continue skating, you can do a lot of, I guess, draw a lot of the players with you. I think we're kind of fortunate. Like, so Alex decides to stop up, really breaks 00's ankles, but it certainly could do the same thing if he continues down and then passes back and then continues skating. Something to think about. I think experiment with it, Alex. Now another thing I want to point out is Jess is really good at making herself kind of known on the ice. I can hear her voice from a mile away. It's perfect. And then her just announcing that she's open in the slot makes my life easier. I don't have to look very long, and I know, boom, Jess, I can hear her. She's right in the slot. All I need to do is find her stick, and I can get that pass to her. So, we can all be a little bit more like Jess. We use our voice. We say, hey, I'm here. Over here. Pass it to me. Communicates. Gonna make it makes a big difference. We don't want to be a bunch of ghosts out there saying nothing. Yeah, makes a big impact. Alright, this one, I think I'm finally understanding why Ray is so conservative. If you ever see the D going up on that rush, from the rush, like let's say from here to inside the zone, join them. Go 4 players up the rush. It's not a problem. So you don't need to stay back. The only time really you want to stay back is if we're in the offensive zone and the D is jumping up. So like jumping up, and we want to add 2 defenders back here. On the rush, if we're in firm control, go for it. Like go up, get open passing options for Ernest, help stuff like that. It's totally fine. The only caveat is, like, let's say they're coming up and you see like 3 players just absolutely bum rushing Ernest, then it makes sense to stay back a little bit. But definitely right here, like from here, I would have definitely considered the option of staying out wide and then far. So we were running like almost 4 forwards on the attack. It'll be a more potent offense. Now obviously there's a turnover here, not great, but yeah, we can see, I can kind of see why Ray has been quite conservative on this game so far. Now we're going on the rush. Let's see what the fuck, we playing soccer here, or we just rifle a pass right at her skate blade? Was that to Fee? Maybe it was for Fion. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt here. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt here. That was for Fiona. Let's see, positioning wise. Okay. Not bad. I hate it. Why didn't you just get the half ball? But supporting is better. Missed the pass. Ooh. Aggressive stick lift. My goodness. But still keeping in the zone. Shot. Not great. Nice, Dave. Okay, let's kind of rewind it here. Goes across, decides to reverse. That's perfectly fine. Raising it, solid. Why do you do this? What is that? A shot? Like, what is this garbage? Why can't you just skate it up? Use this circle, cycle it around, move the puck around. Don't force it. This is my weekly roast of Ray. All right, so we're continuing here. Dave takes it, passes it up. Next time, I think Dave, skate it in, man. Look at all this open space. Don't be afraid. Be brave. Take it in. These dinky short passes up at the blue line, not my favorite unless people are having speed. So yeah, definitely consider that next time, Dave. So after this, we got a zone entry, pass to Ray, and then we're playing soccer again here. What is this? Tape to tape. Her stick's right here. Now, granted, Kathy does this awkward, like she pivots backwards for a really awkward reason. I can't think of why she did that. Because, okay, let's put it this way. It doesn't put her in a really good position to even shoot right away. If she were to get it, so she'd still have to kind of pivot around. Yeah. I think you're just gonna need to pace yourself, like slow it down, but still face forward. and then that'll allow you to put you right on that tape forehand, and then boom, shot right away. So it's going to be a bit of pacing on Kathy's part. Yeah, that's a really awkward thing. I mean, one, Ray had a bad pass, but two, you also put yourself in a really awkward position going backwards like that, and then what was that? I don't know. Okay, positioning wise here. Okay. This was shaping up to be good. I think right here, Ray, if you channeled your inner Jess, be like, hey, I'm back here, would have been quite good. And then Kathy doesn't do whatever that was. And then from here, yeah, that was just probably a fan pass. I won't harp on that one too much. Let's see here. Now they're going on icing. Okay. Yeah, not the greatest shift, but some thoughts for sure. Okay, right here, Justin does a good hustle, gets in the corner, passes it back to Dave. I don't know if I like how you moved from here towards the front of the net right away. I feel like there's an opportunity to really work that perimeter a little bit more, and then you can get to a more advantageous shooting spot. I also think, Justin, you should incorporate using that edge of the circle, like skate it out to the middle and then come in for the shot yourself as well. I think if you tune, like right now you're more of a get to the puck, pass, and then skate away, rather than I think the missing element in your game is that portion where you skate with the puck a little bit more anywhere, you know, on the breakouts, in the zone, and where you kind of create the opportunities for yourself as well. And that way you can draw players towards you, and then you create players that way as well. So yeah, I think that part kind of stuck out to me. I'm sure I'll find some other examples, but some things to think about. I think we're gonna highlight some more Ernest here. So gets a pass, sees there's a player in front of him, and he makes the decision to skate it down the side. Perfect. Excellent decision. We create offensive opportunities here just from him moving down the puck down low like that. Now obviously we're realizing that Alex and Fionn can't score. Maybe we should identify that a little bit sooner, but that's okay. You know, we focus on our cycle game, and we can create opportunities like this. So our positioning is pretty good. Again, we could probably talk about how this triangle, I would say maybe Fee can be over here, and then we can talk about how Ernest, if you see an opportunity, we can definitely consider sneaking around that back door. Create yourself a passing opportunity for Alex to maybe zip one across. If you snuck over here, definitely consider that. Mix it up, try it out. Sometimes it might work, sometimes it might not, but definitely something to consider. Alex is able to get the pass to myself in the slot. We have big traffic, so dish it out to Ernest. And I think this big mistake was doing the big wind up. You can already see 3 players coming down on him. I think if Ernest is able to mix up, he could do a fake, he could do all sorts of things. He could even skate it back down just like he did right off the face-off. Probably a good opportunity right there. If you can also consider walking that blue line, pivoting back. This one will probably be a more difficult play, but something to try out. We did talk about Ernest has this really big wind-up, just almost like Hans, and it becomes predictable and unfortunately easy to block. Boom, block shot, and then this red tape gets breakaway on semi-breakaway back on the other side, but Carrie Yan, our defensive stalwart, there to break up the play, sort of, but Cliff makes the save. Yeah, again, I think couple things. Yeah, with Ernest if you're able to get that shot off quicker, or identify, do you have that space, you can do a fake shot. You can like load up, pretend you're loading up, and then skate, change the angle a little bit, then shoot it again. Couple things right there, but certainly right now, one of the biggest issues is a lot of your shots are getting blocked, and I think it's just with you being too stationary and you're loading up. It's too too predictable. And again, the best example is Hans. He has this humongous windup, and in the past we just say, hey, let's stick a body right in front of him, easy block shot. So yeah, but why don't we highlight some terrible passes coming up, coming in the zone, 4 of us. Here's a highlight. So we said if Ernest is coming in, you know, 4 forwards coming in together. So going back to that Ray clip where he was being a bit too conservative, totally missed that backhand pass to Ernest, got it right behind his feet. Terrible turnover. Totally on me to, again, if we can get it to a forehand pass, is preferable rather than doing these drop passes like this, whether that requires me to circle back around or get it down lower. There's definitely space to do this. There wasn't any pressure, so pretty bad mistake. We had a really good rush, outnumbered them completely, 4-on-3. No reason to have this kind of bad turnover there. So was talking to Alex about this in the locker room beforehand. Something we could maybe try considering to mix up is if we ever need a dump and change, or even just dump it in the zone, consider just throwing it at the goalie. They might be caught snoozing, you might get a goalie. Honestly, it looked like this goalie wasn't quite ready. He might have been looking somewhere else. He had a huge rebound. He almost couldn't quite get the camera angle on it, but it came in and he had to panic and go paddle down, and it had a huge rebound out. So, you know, toss that in sometimes. Instead of just dumping in the puck, shoot it on net, throw it on, go for a change or whatever. Definitely could catch the goalie snoozing sometimes. So pretty good rush going on here. Ernest taking it wide, loses the puck unfortunately, sends it back around, which is fine. Jess is able to get it. We immediately get good formation going on here. So that's fantastic. I would well, you know what, this is fine. I would say at this point Carrie-Anne should maybe consider locking up the fort here, but if we're in firm control, this is not horrible. We can actually have Ernest sneaking down and we can get a classic 1-3-1 formation. That's fine. It really kind of depends on how much pressure is being applied on this player on the half wall. If they're got a lot of space, then it does it's okay for Carrie-Anne to come over here, but if there's a lot of pressure coming in, usually it's good to start locking up this board. Now, good pass. I think I don't like how Kathy is trending back away. So what I mean by that is you'll see how the lane that passing lane gets closed up as she moves this way. So whereas this is quite open, this is now becoming more closed. And then eventually, so Jess is trying to go for the give and go. I think for Ray, if you ever see that happening for Jess, this is sometimes a cue to shift back to help out on that cycle. And then obviously for Kathy, she's able to get the good pass to Jess, and now there's probably going to be a good shot opportunity. Now you can see how it's really awkward for Ray. It's like you know, we're at the nightclub together, bumping and grinding. It's a little intimate. So pretty good opportunity right there. Now going back, if you find that you don't like this, how that's shaping up, you can again always skate up the circle, and then if Ray is there, we can always work that cycle one more time where Jess comes and fills where you are, and you just do it again. You can just pass on the Jess, run to the thing, you know, stuff like that. But otherwise, there's a pretty good opportunity right here. Good chance to score. So this shift coming up, very interesting. Perhaps not the greatest fan of how it pans out, but we'll kind of break it down. Let's kind of watch the whole thing and we'll break it down on the replay. We got lucky with that. That was a pretty bad turnover there for the Dragons. Got a banana peel for Ray. So good shot by Thomas there to finish it off, but you know, leading up to it was not great in my opinion. Let's kind of decide. So Nathan kind of peels off there. Probably just didn't want to play hard with like a ref right there. Fair enough. Don't want to be slapping sticks in front of the ref. And right here, Ray has a lot of space to operate with. He can go left, he can go right, he can pass up to Jess, but he opts to do this hero sauce pass. You know what? Actually, given what I see right now, maybe it was okay if it was on the mark. So I won't give you too much flack for that one. Pass down the boards, and Kathy wasn't able to handle it. Not sure if a shot on the net right there, a good reset back down to Kathy, would have probably make sense, or make a some other move. And then, you know, we got lucky here, so we still kept in the zone. Kathy takes it wide, perfectly fine, happy with that. I did tell her on the bench what she could have considered doing is, as she's cutting around, because she's a right-handed shot, very tough to get that shot across. She can definitely consider doing a tight turn and then coming back down, and then now you're going to be in that forehand position to shoot, rather than she does this kind of mohawk turn and then stops. And then I think the thing I didn't like the most is how she stops and then completely stays stationary, then passes it across, rather than creating more movement. Ultimately, the pass kind of worked out, getting across to Thomas. I would argue it's quite forced. We can see 1, 2, 3, and 4 Dragons right in the lane. Very risky. As opposed to kind of moving it around some more. Now, it obviously doesn't help that Ray crashes into the board, so if she did a drop pass, like if Ray was coming down and a good little lead drop pass into him, and he's falling in the boards, maybe we'd have lost the puck there. But yeah, I think some key things were too stationary. We're not creating a lot of movement, and I think that also leads into Kathy saying how she felt a little off this game. So yeah, I think this might be the basis of it from what I'm seeing so far, but we'll continue to see throughout the game. So this was the famous play. I didn't see it because I was probably talking or drinking water. All I heard was a big thud, just kind of watching. I asked the ref what happened. It looked like it just got skate on skate. So Mr. Stumbly, red tape, catches. Yeah, unfortunately. And then I think they yelled red stick, and then Justin says it's behind the red line or something like that. I think everyone got a little heated for a moment there, and you know, the way he fell, it didn't look good, but it doesn't. It just looked like, yeah, skate on skate. I think, if anything, kind of unfortunate. I don't think you tripped him or anything. Oh, it's possible the stick lift really knocked him off balance. It was a pretty strong stick lift. I'm just trying to see what kind of knocked him off balance, and that might have been it. Yeah. In any case, I think we got a after that, actually, let's just watch the whole play. We got some movement around. Positioning is decent. Fortunately, Fiona can't score. She scored already. Dave can't score. They scored already. Dave keeps it in. Big chance for Justin right there. Good pass by Dave. And then, yeah, everyone was seated, but I see here after everyone is saying sorry. Bing bong, bing bong, and we're okay. So that was the big thud. The little small drama of the game. Alright, this sequence was pretty good, pretty funny. So we got our fancy move, drop pass to Dave, cutting in the zone. Dave can't score, draws it, drop pass. Justin couldn't get a shot, drop pass. Fiona can't score. It's a turnover. Oh goodness. If you're ever in a situation like this, I think just carry it and then reset it back. Form those triangles, work that cycle, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I mean, obviously in this situation it's a little weird because one can't score and then you didn't get a shot and then if you can't score, so it just looks stupid after the fact. So Justin comes in, gets a pretty good opportunity right here, roofs it, or I don't know. I think it's just wider than net actually. So this is the stupidest play. So coming up, I saw Justin on the right side, and I thought for sure he was going to be with me. But to give him credit, it's approaching just about 2 minutes and 10 seconds, and which is on the longer side, but that's fine. You know, 2 minutes, we'll accept that. He's going for the change, so I'll give him credit that he's not staying on longer. But I thought for sure he was going to be with me, and for some reason on the side of my eyes I saw a green and a big guy, so I thought this player was Justin with me on the rush, and I was looking up the whole way, and then I passed across. It wasn't a great pass even if it was Justin. And it just looks stupid. Oh goodness. Fortunately, Alex does a good job with the forecheck, and I think we are able to keep the puck in the zone for some continuous attack. Never mind, it got broken up by Sayaka. Darn it. Alright, we got some more examples of lazy defensive coverage. So they're coming in. Carrie-Ann is keeping him to the outside, and then Ernest starts coming in and has a stick down. I mean, that's okay to come in as support. However, their mistake was continuing on with him behind the net, and now at this point, the assumption should have been the defense stops here. They don't continue behind the net and they cover up front, and we can switch off whoever should have been here. So right D, it probably would have been Ernest, but he went over there. So now it's the center's job to now continue on with the play. And the two players that got sucked over there needs to come back in front of the net, identify who do they need to cover. There's one player and there's two players, so one each. And unfortunately, they're both, I don't know what they're looking at. They're continuing on this way, and now you can see again we have one player in front of Cliff, unchecked. Boom, one timer, big save by Cliff, late on the response. So, you know, admittedly without Cliff, it could easily have been 3 to 4 goals for the Dragons already, based on the dangerous chances that the Dragons have gotten so far. And it could have been, you know, an easy tie game, or we'll be down right now. So, you know, puts in the score into perspective. So, defense on the Dragons rings it around the boards. Their player was not able to handle it, but Dave, no. Sends it back down though. Big play right there. Pass up to Kathy. Not the greatest pass, but we'll accept it. And she passes it off to Ray, who takes advantage. So that part is excellent. Big shot right in the 5-hole. Pretty nice, spearheaded by David, keeping the puck in the zone there. Okay, this one was pretty darn funny. So D-to-D pass, excellent, and net's over here. Fucking launches it at Justin's chest. Oh my goodness, that is just like, that's not even on that mark. I think, yeah, I think you gotta settle it, Ernest. Settle it and then really pick your target instead of just throwing it towards a net. I don't know. I gotta say that was pretty funny though. Let's see if there's more that happens in the... okay. Unfortunately not. But that was pretty funny. We got a Dragon's banana peel here. And then puts him offside. It's unfortunate. We got a pretty decent sequence coming up here. So 2 forecheckers, hard at work in the corner. Momentarily open, but 23 reads the threat. 1-touch pass by Dave, 1-touch pass to Alex. Just a little, if we were able to get that quicker, would have been, I think, right here. I think it's also on myself to slow down and not go to the net too quickly. Unfortunately, it got, I think, just a bit behind, and so we couldn't get a clean one. And you can see the goalie also had his own banana peel. Let's kind of watch that again. He's up. His movement's not bad. He just unfortunately loses balance there, and then Thomas wide open net. Oh, right into the goalie. That is unfortunate. Big save there. That is too bad, but it was close. It was a good sequence. Alright, so they send it down, no ice, and again, puck's right behind the net. Easy gather right here. Look for the simple tape-to-tape passes. Ray's coming down. He's arguably a bit slow on that one, but you know, that's fine. It's on Ernest to hold it and make sure we're coming out controlled. Defaults to bonking it off the boards. We've already talked about that. That's the last thing we want to do. Now you've put Kathy in a terrible position. 1 forechecker, 2 forecheckers, and boom, turnover. Wow, what a shame. It was totally in our hands and we threw it away. Fortunately, we defend it, but you know, the point still stands. Funny enough, right after that, who does the same thing? So Ray gets the puck, gets behind the safety zone, All we need to do is look up. Is our wingers ready? No. Is our winger ready? Maybe. Is our center? Well, Ray has taken that position. A little drop pass to our D, something like that would be simple. 0 for checking pressure. 0 for checking pressure. And he fires it off the boards and puts Kathy in a terrible position again. Turnover. Oh my god. We got a pizza up the zone. Turnover. But then we get it back. So we got lucky here. But that entire sequence from behind, ugh. And then, fortunately, we got lucky with this 3-on-0 that turns into a 3-on-1 with Mr. Hanna coming back with pretty decent speed. And then good pass to Ernest, shoots it, big save by the goalie. Now, this is the next best part. Everyone's deep down in the zone, all excited, and their player, Mr. Hanna, flips it up into the air out of the zone. No one's paying attention. Oh man, who's there? Breakaway chance. Big glove save by Cliff. So could have been a goal for the Dragons. Everyone's caught snoozing. Very interesting sequence. So Justin asked on the bench, did he take a long shift? Because he noticed Dave and myself swapped off. Let's do some investigative reporting. Got on about 24, got off around 3:15. So that's what, 2 minutes 50 with 1 or 2 face-offs in between. So maybe 2 minutes 30. Yeah, so I would say it was a long one. Maybe not your worst in recent history, Justin, but yeah, we could say it's longer than 2 minutes. So again, we're trying to aim for a minute and a half, 2 maybe will be acceptable given like some context. Yep, it was. I can confirm it was a long one. So okay, so this play kind of funny. I was talking to Thomas. I said, hey, let's get ready. I'll try to feed it to you for that one-timer opportunity. I also didn't notice, I've also told that to Justin in the past because they're both lefties. And then you can, in this case, I get it to Justin and then he's able to fire it off. I think it gets blocked, but I'll show you something a little bit later, which was pretty silly. Now, continuing with this play, we've kind of talked about if the back is facing the team, we need to hustle and get into support positions. Now, Dave's there. I could theoretically send it up there. It does put him in a tough spot because he's right-handed on the left-hand side, so he's got to be on the ball. Any pass from here is likely going to have to be a quick pass as there's a winger going to be intercepting that. So it's really on number one, Fee, to get to the boards close, so a pass there, and also Justin to get here. So we can kind of time it how from here, boom, there's a struggle, there's a board battle, and how long does it take before anyone starts moving towards the boards? I'd argue too long. And even until we get here, there's still not really there, or to communicating, hey, send it down the boards, I'm here, I'm open. So that not the greatest part, but fortunately Dave stops the rush there. Excellent on him. One-timer chance for Justin there, and we get another face-off. Now here's the funny part. I was talking about how, hey, get ready for that one-timer opportunity. Yeah, unfortunately, I guess I made that a little awkward. So yeah, And then Justin moves up. So now it's less awkward, right? But yeah, that's probably maybe on me for the communication part. Shot blocked, and I think they send it. Oh no, Justin's got the good forechecking pressure. Yeah, I guess this is a good demonstration. If anyone ever feel like, hey, I can't get in the zone, don't force it in, don't dump it in, go for a reset, and then we can go for an attack again, because I'm pretty sure right after this we do pass it up and get back in the zone. Like here's Justin, and then kind of a dump in. So some key points. You know what, let's watch it. I'm pretty sure we might get a chance here. See if, ooh, sharp angle shot. Maybe could have caught this goalie snoozing. And they're back out. Alright, this sequence coming up, pretty decent. D to D pass, carry on to Ernest. Ernest sends it up to Jess/Ray. Ray is able to get it in. Pretty slick pass through the legs to Jess/Alex. Sends it back to Ernest. So good puck movement. Right here, I think Ernest, you can see this is really prime opportunity for him to skate in the middle a little bit and then fire it off right in the slot. Unfortunately, he kind of continues just in a straight line this way rather than taking advantage of this middle space, and ends up running right into a player and back out of the zone. So, you know, something to work on. So we got a sequence where Carrie-Anne gets roughed up twice, both kind of accidental. Before we go on, I think same kind of situation. I think Fionn, she does a good job curling and then passing it off, but again, the situation where she passes it off and never really opens up to be a pass back option. You see what I mean right there? If she passes off like there, and then after she passes this player, pivots so that she's facing Carrie-Anne, or moves in such a way that she is conducive to being someone that can receive the pass, boom, pass, touch back to her, and then comes right down the slot, right? You can see how that opens up a lot of threatening opportunities, except she kind of skates away, back of the head, right? It doesn't matter in this situation because Carrie-Anne couldn't handle it. And unfortunately, 23 is the man that can't really stop, and so uses Carrie-Anne as the method of breaking. Kathy tries to come in, weaves through the players, couldn't quite handle it. And here some wacky bounces and turnovers, and Mr. Hanna's got Greenhorns draped all over him. Our right D has decided to come onto the left side. Our center is over here. Our right wing's over here. Might as well throw in our left wing too. And Carrie-Anne's ready to stop everyone. We got the whole amoeba Timbits hockey style. And then next thing you know, poor guy has Carrie-Anne right in front of his face. So not much he can do. After getting completely surrounded, it looked like he was a virus getting tracked down by the white blood cells in your body. Oh, big pass. Oh. Actually, this is a perfect example. You know how I talked about earlier when Ray just threw a pass at Kathy's foot, but she also put herself in a not so great position by switching to backward skating. But now she keeps going forward, boom, puts in a prime opportunity, forehand, boom, catch and release, big opportunity to score right there. Good chance, and she was in a perfect body position to handle that. So wanted to kind of point that out. So we got Dave looking up, looking up. Big pass to Kathy. And we got a little bit of a rush here going on. Couldn't have anything happen to it. Now, one of the things I wanted to highlight is we're coming in together and she takes a wide route, and rather than driving through the net, that's totally an option. But another alternative, which I opted for, is if you can somehow weave yourself and get in front of the defenders, that takes out one stick out of the equation, and then there might be some opportunities that open up in that manner, which kind of happened here. Unfortunately, couldn't get a good handle on the pass, but it kind of proves the point was, if you can try to get in front of a defender, right, it eliminates one person that could intercept the pass, and then some opportunities may open up there. Now, this was pretty funny. I remember this one. Kathy was struggling, like she fanned on it like twice, and then I ended up saying just keep it, because now they've really closed off these passing lanes. So a mistake people would do in the past is they're so set on doing the pass where they fanned it 3 times, and by then the passing lane has already closed. You just gotta make that switch where, hey, I screwed up this pass 1-2 times, let's change, the scenario has changed now, so let's change the plan. And so she carries it back down low, and I think get a good move across to Jess. Yeah, good puck movement right here. Fortunately, couldn't quite get it. Another thing we could consider for Jess is, rather than passing it out, if you want to opt to skate it back out, reset it a little bit, totally an option, something you can always try. And then, or you can even just pass back to Kathy. Lots and lots of options. Really, it's your choice, whatever you want to do. I gotta show this. Look at the hustle from Dave. He's got pretty good speed going forward. Damn. Absolutely hunting them down, and then a little bit unstable there. Yeah, I think Dave, as you're getting faster and faster, it's pretty clear you're getting quite fast. Just make sure you keep working on practicing your stops, so you don't hurt yourself. You're a big guy, so the bigger you are, I think you're more prone to hurting yourself if you fall or anything like that. So but good hustle. Otherwise, is there more that happens? I forget. It's like last 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Gotta play for Cliff here, make sure no funny business happens. Big block by Dave. And then let's see the net front, Justin. C16. Yeah, pretty good. Do you clear it out or keep it behind the net? Kill the time. Yeah, I think that's it. 7 seconds. Game over. 4-0. Yeah, we had a lot of opportunities. The score was going up. I think yeah, we had some examples where Dragons could have scored easily if Cliff, if we didn't have Cliff back there closing the door on all of them. They had like good 4, 5, 6 chances. And obviously, Carrie Ann said this goalie was her friend, first time ever playing goalie, so we got the benefit there. Yeah, fun game.